Jaron boots Ennis, undefeated, 35-0.
Promise.
I fought every style. What can you bring to the table?
All right. You'll see what the 23-year-old brings to the table June 27th.
Yeah.
I'm not them boys. I'm not them boys.
If I would have fought them same two guys that you fought, they would have been bashing the mess out of me, bro. It's levels, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, it's levels.
All right.
And you're gonna see for yourself. And I'm gonna make you feel everything. And I want you to keep that same energy.
I will always keep
everything
the same energy,
that you be saying.
Man, I believe in myself too.
All right, well, so piss off.
June 27th, I'm gonna show you why I believe in myself. Simple as that.
All right.
There's no bets to be made. There's no nothing to be made. There's no take care of your family. I take care of mine. June 27th,
Simple.
I will show you why I'm the best 154.
In the story, I'm the best at 154. You know that.
We'll see.
You know that.
But you mentioned
Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans around the world, you are not going to believe what just happened. The tension between Jaron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas has officially reached a boiling point, and their latest face-off may have just changed everything heading into fight night. What started as a routine promotional event quickly turned into one of the most intense stare-downs boxing has seen this year. The moment Ennis stepped onto the stage, the atmosphere completely shifted. Cameras flashed, fans erupted, and every eye in the building was locked on to undefeated stars standing just inches apart. Boots Ennis looked calm, confident, and laser-focused. But Xander Zayas wasn't backing down for a second. As the two fighters locked eyes, neither man blinked. Neither man moved. The tension was so thick you could almost feel it through the screen. Then things got even crazier. Words were exchanged. The crowd grew louder. Security suddenly started paying much closer attention as both fighters leaned forward, refusing to give ground. For a brief moment, it looked like the situation could explode into total chaos. Fans in attendance were on their feet, phones recording every second of the confrontation. Many people expected respect between these rising superstars, but what unfolded was something entirely different. This wasn't just a face-off. This felt personal. This felt like two elite competitors sending a clear message that only one of them is leaving with their reputation intact. The biggest question now is simple. Did Xander Zayas get inside Boots Ennis' head, or did Ennis' icy confidence prove he's already won the mental battle? Social media is already exploding with reactions. Some fans believe Zayas showed no fear against one of boxing's most dangerous talents. Others are convinced Ennis' intimidating presence revealed exactly why he's considered a future pound-for-pound king. One thing is certain, after this explosive confrontation, the stakes have never been higher. Who wins when the bell finally rings? And after that face-off, can these two even wait until fight night? Stay tuned, because this final showdown is only getting started.
They're gonna see. I'm gonna show the world I'm the best in the world.
What do you think he doesn't understand about what it means to be in the ring with you?
Like I always say, you can watch me all day, but when you get in that ring, it's a whole different story. I'm a lot faster than what you think. I'm a lot stronger than what you think. My IQ is higher than what you think. He's gonna be in for a long night.
Jaron Ennis said that Xander Zayas was a skilled, well-rounded boxer who is very good at the sport. He also said that wins and belts don't mean much when the fight starts, because that's where everything is put to the test.
Like I said, Xander is a solid fighter. I think he got a little bit more tools than Ortiz. Maybe he could box a little better, but I don't know. I feel like Virgil is the somewhat the better fighter, but
experience and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more experience and things like that. But Xander, like I said, Xander he's not a bad fighter. He's a solid fighter. He unified champ. You can't take nothing away from him. But on fight night, them belts is coming back to full. Wait a minute. I'm about to be a two-time unified weight division champ. I was already unified at 40, so I'm gonna do it at 54. And we're gonna collect the rest of those at 54, be undisputed at 54, and then...
He says that Jaron Boots Ennis hasn't been pushed out of his comfort zone very often in fights. He also says that a young winner who is brave and willing to risk everything can be bad.
What makes Boots beatable in your opinion?
Everything. He's never been uncomfortable. He's always had it his way. He's always, have fighters that put up a little bit of a fight and then they quit. When you have a young champion that is willing to risk everything to go in there, man, that's scary. and he has me now in front of him. And he's going to have to adjust because he's going to be really, really uncomfortable.
A person named Xander Zayas also says that Jaron Boots' Ennis defense is weak because he can be hit easily with straight punches and hooks. He says they are the same height, weight, and strength. And Ennis has never fought anyone like him before.
Giving away your game plan, can you just talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses that you see already?
Man, he eats every straight punch. He eats every hook. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of. I'm as athletic as he is. I'm as tall. I'm as big as he is. And again, he just never faced somebody like me.
Boxing stars are also looking forward to this fight because they think Zayas has the skills and confidence to beat the favorite.
One thing to say, Boots is this future superstar. He beat this guy and that guy and that guy. Meantime, when you actually make the fights, and it's like, oh, he's really going to fight that guy? Is he going to win? Where are you with this?
Where I am, Max, is that I want to give a lot of credit to Xander Zayas. You know, Xander Zayas, young guy, and he wanted this fight. He called for the fight, and he made it happen quick after the Virgil Ortiz-Boots fight fell apart. So fair play to Xander. He has a lot of confidence in himself, even though he's going to be the underdog. And you're right, Boots hasn't proven anything yet. Not his fault, but he hasn't fought anyone. He looks special. Now we're going to find out, is he special?
Max Kellerman says that Zayas is putting his title and name at risk by going up against Jaron. Ennis, he says that the fight is dangerous and that Zayas is testing himself against one of the most dangerous fighters in the class.
And you choose Boots, Gabe. What does that say?
Absolutely. This is a fight he definitely didn't have to take, man. You know, he's a 2-division champion right now. And for him to choose the toughest guy on paper right now, I mean, skill-wise, Boots, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. He could have went a different route, but he chose the best guy.
On the other hand, Jaron Ennis is very sure of himself and looks forward to taking a big step forward in his career during training. He sees this as a very important part of building his legacy. He wants to become a unified champion in a higher category and show that he is one of the best boxers of all time.
Guys, June, how you feeling about that?
I'm feeling great, man. About to be a 2-time weight division unified champ. Man, I'm snapping my legacy, man. It's only up, man. I'm about to show the world I'm the best in the world. I'm gonna continue to keep showing the world I'm the best in the world. And like this boxing game mine.
Boot Ennis is very sure of himself as he goes into this stage, which he sees as a turning point in his working life. He sees this as an important part of leaving a lasting legacy, as he tries to become a unified champion in a higher class and prove his place among the best boxers in the world.
Don't get me wrong, I don't take nothing from him. He's a good fighter, you know. I appreciate him, appreciate him for giving me an opportunity, but I don't really see much. He's a great fighter. He got good fundamentals, good jab. He's smart at times, but like I said, I'm taking over. This is my division. It don't matter what he do. It don't matter what he brings to the table.
Xander Zayas, on the other hand, is sure that he will win the competition from the start. He believes Jaron Ennis will be the next one to fail. He tells Ennis that the result will be the same no matter how well he plans.
Do you believe he's that great, or is he rated too high for your liking?
He's a good fighter, but I don't think he's a great fighter. I'm gonna do what I do June 27th, and I'm gonna come out victorious. 23 men have tried, 23 men has failed, and this will be number 24. He will try. I know he will come prepared, and he will fail like the other 23 did.
Xander Zayas still thinks that Jaron Boots Ennis is the best 154-pound fighter, but he doesn't care about ranks or comparisons. Zayas kept his mind on the job at hand and said that his only goal is to beat Ennis when they play.
Supposedly the best name at 154, so once I beat him, I should enter the pound-for-pound list. But again, that's something that I don't have control over that. That's something that, the writers and everybody that votes for that has control. But I'm not focusing, right now I'm not focusing on the pound-for-pound list. I'm focusing on beating Jaron Boots Ennis.
Paulie Malignaggi looks at the fight and says that Xander Zayas' decision to fight Jaron Ennis is a risky one for him at this point in his career, although he thinks Zayas would benefit more from a later fight. He also says that beating one of boxing's best fighters would make him famous right away.
Fight anybody. He's that kind of fighter. Super marketable fighter, so that's why I was surprised that they're taking this chance with him a little early. If he wins, he's a megastar. Ennis is one of the best fighters in the sport today. This is a fight I think both of them need, but I think Ennis needed it more because Ennis is a little older. With Zayas, you had time to wait on this kind of risk. So credit to both guys for making it. Credit to DAZN for making it, for getting all these promoters together and making these big fights. I think it's an exciting fight for the reason that it's done at this point. I think it serves Ennis better. In 2 years, it would have served Zayas better. So we'll see if Zayas can pull this off as he becomes a major star.
Tim Chu, on the other hand, said that Jaron Ennis would beat Xander Zayas because he was smarter and more skilled. He said that Ennis was better because of his speed and general skill.
And I got Boots. Yeah, I got Boots. I think he's too skillful. IQ level, how quick he is. I think his level's above.
Man, awesome, bro. Catch you later.
Tiger Johnson is looking forward to the fight and thinks that Jaron Ennis versus Xander Zayas will be a lot more competitive than most people think. He talks about how big and strong Zayas is, which makes it sound like the fight could be tough for both of them.
It's gonna be a way better fight than people is giving it. You know what I mean? I think Xander kind of a big dude too. Yeah. Boots is real strong as well. So yeah, he kind of a big dude. But man, I think it's gonna be a war in my opinion. I think they're gonna bang it out.
Tiger Johnson says that Xander Zayas' discipline and way of thinking are the main things that keep him dangerous in fight. Zayas is praised for following his plan, staying in great shape, and never losing his cool during a fight.
Reflexes and feet work. I feel like you gotta have some of those abilities to make it, a good fight for you. You know what I mean? But if you ain't got no good feet work, or you slow, you don't got no fast punches, or defense not that good, it's gonna be a tough job for you. You know what I mean? So
Xander's got good feet.
Yeah, Xander got good feet. Xander got good feet. He got good speed. You know what I mean? Defense is good. So that's why I say I think it's gonna be a banger. You know what I mean? And they different. You know what I mean? Like, they got similar abilities, but in a different way. They both got their own style.
Additionally, Rolando Romero thinks that Jaron Ennis will win this game because it is hard to beat him. It seems to him that Xander Zayas is still growing into his best, but Ennis has been in a lot more high-level fights and has a fuller personality in the ring.
I mean, shoot, it's hard to really go against Boots because on that one with specifically Xander, I feel Xander's still young, Boots is a lot older and has a lot more experience.
On the other hand, Roy Jones Jr. has a long history of judging the skills of young boxers and setting high standards for big fights. Now that Xander Zayas is studying for a difficult test, he says he has the skills to do well, but the task comes before it would be best for his growth. He also says that fighters often choose these risky choices because money, timing, and opportunities all work together to push them into deep water sooner than they planned.
I can't beat him, but that's a hell of a task he's taking on at an early age too, you know what I mean? So I would have liked to see him wait just a little bit longer, get a couple more fights in, but sometimes when the money calls, the fight has to happen. Money calls, the fight gotta happen, so it's what it is.
Jaron Ennis.
Roy Jones Jr. says that Jaron Ennis is a boxer who stays calm under pressure and knows how to do his job properly in the ring. Now that the fight is getting closer, he wants Ennis to fully use the control and show how good he is when the fight starts. Plus, he says, you shouldn't forget about any part of Ennis' style because all of his skills will likely show on fight night.
A guy that's actually knows what he's doing and knows how to fight, has talent too, but knows how to use his talent. Therefore, it's nothing to break down. And I think they'll find that out come this next fight.
By breaking down the fight, Winky Wright stresses how strong the class is and urges the best fighters to go head-to-head right away. He thinks that beating tough opponents instead of getting an easy record will leave a long impression. And he tells both Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis to take advantage of the chance to stand out against the best players in the world.
The division looking good right now, and I just want to see all the fighters fight each other, man. The best need to fight the best. That's what's going to bring the fans to boxing. And, you can only be great by beating somebody great. You know what I'm saying? You can have a bunch of wins with no great win. You're just a good fighter, but you want to be great, you need to beat another great fighter. So they got the opportunity in the whole.
But Eric Roman is looking forward to a quick, rough start where both fighters land early and test the other. He sees Jaron approach Xander Zayas with respect for his size and good training. Zayas, on the other hand, is well trained and sure of himself from his corner. He does warn you, though, that the fast, non-stop pace you need to keep Ennis away from you might be hard to keep up during the fight, especially if it stays close at first.
But I'm siding with my brother Bo on that one. I think that it's going to be an entertaining fight in the beginning. You know, I would say the first 5-6 rounds is going to be competitive, mainly because Boots is smart. He knows that Xander can fight. Xander's a big kid. He's not just going to sit there and trade with him. You know, I don't know what they're thinking. They see. I know that Coach Javier, who's my boy too, you know, Centennial, great coach on Xander's side. I know they're going to have a great game plan early. But the pace that you have to keep Boots off you, man, it's a hefty price, you know. I don't know if Xander's going to be able to do that, you know. So I do think it's going to be competitive for, like I said, 5.
Eric Roman says that Xander Zayas is tough and technically sound enough that a single big blow won't stop him. This shows how resilient he is and how much he wants to fight when things get rough. He says that Zayas can handle attacks and is a good boxer all around. He does say, though, that Jaron, Boots, and Ennis are better at what they do. And that difference may become clearer as the fight goes on.
I think Xander's too good to get hit with one shot clean and just go. I think he has a lot of heart. You know what I mean? He's Puerto Rican. He's showed that he can fight, he can scrap. I think Xander does everything really good, but I think Boots does everything really great. And that's going to be a difference in the later on.
As an addition to the conversation, Jesse Hart says that Jaron Ennis is very good at training, but usually fights at a steady pace instead of going all out there. He thinks that Ennis will have to be more aggressive and keep up the pressure throughout the fight because of the stakes and the opponent.
Match. I think it's going to be a masterpiece, masterclass. This is where you get to see what Boots can really do. A lot of guys that see Boots in the gym, you already know what he really can do. And like Bo said, like he just needs somebody to bring it out of him. You know what I mean? I even don't like that he don't bring out everything in a lot of these fights. Sometimes he only take it to the level that he has to. But I think for this fight, for the magnitude and what's at stake, he has to take it to that level. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I know
Jesse Hart thinks that Jaron Boots Ennis will win the fight and slowly hurt his opponent as it goes on. He thinks that constant pressure and better shot selection will lead to either a stop or a clear win by points. Whatever happens, he makes it look like Ennis is in charge of the whole thing and no one else is. Even if it goes the distance.
He's going to stop him, but if he doesn't, I really think he's just going to carve him up real bad. I think, like I said, a masterclass. I don't even want to say a stoppage. I'm going to just say a masterclass.
A boxer, on the other hand, sees Xander Zayas as a physically developed and strongly built competitor in his weight class, with clear improvements in strength and presence. He notices that Zayas and Jaron Ennis have a lot in common in terms of style, which makes the fight more competitive than he thought it would be. He still likes Ennis, but he sees the fight as a big step that could help the winner move up to the best fighters in the world.
I would give it a good chance. I don't know, but I think it's an interesting fight because, I think Boots is the heir apparent. Everybody is waiting on Boots to outshine the pack, you know? So, fighting for those 2 titles, against a guy like Xander. He still got a lot to prove, but that goes right in the right direction.
That's the end of today's movie. What do you think about the fight? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow and turn on notifications to get the latest news and analysis from insiders.